how cozy does she look in her little bedroom? Absolutely love it. It's so fun. So we are on to the next page. And I wonder if you can guess what trip Sally's going on. I think you might. Especially when you see this bit as well. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work because all I've got is these 2 bits of fabric and a bit of background. And then we're going to see how it all goes together. I've also got some ribbons and obviously loads of stitching. So this is the back of the bedroom page. So we are going to be working on this page here so that when we finish it, we can stitch them both together and make a nice page without all our stitching going through to the page before. Okay, so this is the one we're going to work on. And we need to just fold that out the way. So Sally is off on a trip to Paris. And this doesn't fit, but you know, you get the idea. It's going on there. And I'm thinking she needs some blue sky behind there as well. So the first thing we've got to do is cut this out a bit better. So I'm going to leave a bit of a frame. I'm going to try and applique this on, but I have cut it here quite badly. I must have cut something else out. And I do believe I got this fabric from Jovi, at Creating with Jovi, a long time ago. And I keep using little bits of it and hoarding it like you do. But it's hoarding no more. It has found its place. So I am thinking she's going to go there. And then we're going to add some words. Now, I don't think some of these, maybe hello, hello, bon ami, maybe. This is the only bit I've got. This is it. I mean, I could do the shoes. I think I'll try and cut out hello, mademoiselle. And then, I don't know why I'm cutting them with my tiny, tiny scissors. That's not working very well for me. And see if we can fit it on. We may have to cut it down slightly. But that is the plan to start with. So, we're going to just trim this down to size like we usually do for a background. So I am actually recording this before the video of Sally's bedroom goes up. So I have no idea what the response was to it. Right, so we're going to have that on. We're going to pop this on. Maybe it could go underneath. Hello, mademoiselle. We can see. Maybe we put it like that. And then we just do some like stitching. But I do want to practice me applique. I could put it over the top. Or we could just do hello. I don't know. Don't know. I might just cut out mon ami, my friend, isn't it? Because you know who lives in Paris, don't you? Candy. I know, it was a tough choice deciding what her name was going to be. But Candy just seems to fit with the candy floss hair, which I have put in bunches because it was totally wild. So I put little bunches. But yes, so her friend Candy lives in Paris. So she's going to visit Paris and see Candy and have a girly weekend. How fun is that? So let's start stitching this down. Now I have got some blue on my little needle. This is called a needle. It's going to be one of them days, guys. It's going to be one of them days, isn't it? Right. I don't know where to start. I think the bottom is probably a good place as any. So we're going to fold this up a bit because I want the top in. I'm not that worried about the bottom bit, but I want the top in. So we're going to have to chop off some of the leggy bit. But we get the idea, it's the Eiffel Tower. So we're going to need to cut some of this because I can't fold it that much. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut it, but you know, it has to be. And we're just going to somehow fold it over. I know applique is not my strong point. Let's start here and fold that in, shall we? This may have been easier to do, like, not right onto the page like this, but you know me. If there's a tricky way to do it, I'll do it that way. And I'm going to try and do a little slip stitch. I think it's a slip stitch, where you just catch the edges. And I'm hoping this is going to work. We will see. We will see. It'll be on. No doubt about that. It'll be on. How pretty it's going to look is another matter. So, yep, Sally's off to see her friend, and isn't that cool? A nice girly weekend. I wonder what they'll get up to. Shopping, I expect. I think they'll go shopping. And breakfast in a little cafe. Oh, sounds wonderful. Or them French pastries. I'm going to make myself hungry. I keep thinking about those, aren't I? Shouldn't be doing that. Okay, right. We're getting messed up, Carol. Concentrate what you're doing. This may be the worst idea I've had, trying to put this on like this. But, you know, you have to challenge yourself. And this is definitely a challenge. And I'm not going to worry about how much I've got on the edge. As long as it's, like, smooth. Oop, that's a bit big. There we go. So I'm thinking I may need to, like, just cut in a bit here. I don't know. It just feels like I need to. And maybe fold this bit in. Because that's like a step. That's like the first tier. Because there's like 3, isn't there? On the Eiffel Tower. When I went to Paris, for my honeymoon, a long time ago. Oh, I haven't even got it in the corner, look. Oh, never mind. Let's try and keep it straight. Let's pin it. Let's pin it. Because it's not straight. We don't want a leaning tower of Eiffel. That's Italy. Pizza. Not Paris and Eiffel. Right. Let's get back to it. We'll put some... I can use some of this. Put that down there. Put that down there. Yeah. When I got sidetracked then, didn't I? As normal. When I went on my honeymoon, I didn't make it all the way to the top. I got to this level. And we walked up the steps, and there was all that to go, and I just went, no. I couldn't make it. I was too tired. I think we'd like done it the first day after we got there or something. And I was like, no. You know, when you've just had all the wedding, and then somebody thinks it's a great idea the very next day to go climbing. No. I'm not doing it. I was like, no. Of course I regret it now. I may go back and do it again, because I think I could climb it now. You know, I can climb mountains. I can climb the Eiffel Tower. It's not that high. Oh, try and tuck that in a bit more. Oh, there goes my phone. It's always the same. Soon I don't get messages until I start my video. And then they all start coming through. And I'm like, well, you've had all morning, guys. Yes, I have yet to find out what the response was to the stitching hour video, because it took me quite a long time to do Sally's bedroom, and I thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it. So, and there were some people who said they wanted stitching hours. So I thought, well, you know, rather than make it too different, because I'd rather keep each page as, you know, one page per, you know, event, if you see what I mean. So sometimes it's just going to take longer. I don't think today will take as long. I don't think this is going to be quite as complicated. This is going to take some time, but the rest should be quite easy. This is just a bit tricky because I haven't got anywhere to, it's just going to look a bit weird. But, you know, it is what it is. This is the only bit I've got left, so it had to be this bit. I'm going to take that nasty pin out now. Okay, now back. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do at the top, guys. What am I going to do at the top? I think I might just stitch over it. For those of you who do applique and do it beautifully, I'm sorry you're watching this train wreck, but practice, practice, practice. I think it is the key. Practice is the key. Whatever you're doing, doesn't matter whether it's stitching or anything. The more you practice something, the better you get. Right, let's just see if we can do this. Hopefully I've remembered to zoom in so that you can actually see what I'm doing, because this is very fiddly, like last week. I'm going to do a not fiddly page next time. A not fiddly. Oh, I'm at the top of the page. Right, okay. So let's fold that in. That'll make that stronger at the top anyway. Just catch that. And we'll come back down the other side. So how are you all getting on with your storybooks? And I was thinking of making a group, because I think that's the easiest way to share. What do you think? Should we have a group for our stitching? I don't know. I don't know, because I've seen other people do Facebook groups, and it's just like another thing. I was just trying to keep everything together by doing it on the community wall. But I can make a Facebook group if you want to share and chat on there. Up to you guys. Let me know. Let me know. Because I can just change. Apparently I can just add a group to my Facebook page. I've been doing some research. A lot of research, trying to figure it all out. And I do think it's a great inspiration to people when they see, you know, the the other subscribers sending in their work. You know, nobody will judge. We don't do that. I'm not perfect. I'm very much wonky stitching. I love wonky stitching. I love looking at perfect stitching, but I just know it's never going to be for me. And I am perfectly at peace with that. So, if you saw my video of Daisy Caravan, you will know my stitching is like a child's sometimes. I might have another go at doing Daisy, to be honest, because I think I did that when I wasn't very well, and I might have another go at her and just show you. I'm not going to do the whole video again, but I'll just show you a better version. But, I mean, I still put it up because it's, you know, I still posted the video because it's stitching and I loved it. And, you know, just to let you know that it doesn't have to be a work of art. As long as you're enjoying yourself. No, why isn't that needle going through? It is. Right, time to untangle my thread. There we go. I've got 2 strands of embroidery thread in case anybody was wanting to know. I'm glad I didn't start going along the bottom because I think it would have been really wonky by now. I mean, really wonky. This is like going round corners, isn't it? You have to put a little slip in. A little cut. And push that under. Come on. Grab it. Grab it. And then stitch it down. So, there we go. We are almost back to the bottom. Get in. If you could, I mean, I suppose if you really wanted to, you could pin all this down before you started stitching, but I just think that's like a whole heap of effort. Just go for it. That's my motto. Just go for it. Just enjoy it. So I do hope you're having fun making your storybook. And your characters. We made a new character as well. So, you know, we're doing well. We are. Oh, I'm at the bottom. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stitch along there. Because I'm at the bottom. And this is going to be... what's the word? What's the word? Stitched together with the other page anyway. So I probably don't even need to do this bit. But I'm going to. Just because it's going to finish it off for now. Just a simple running stitch. And knots. Oops. And knots, and more knots, and loads of knots, to be honest, there. Not quite sure what's going on there. Nothing is coming through. Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's go. There we are. Probably tried to do too many running stitches in one go or something. And we're going to hold that down and go through to the back. It looks quite cool in the back, look. It's just the Eiffel Tower shape. Which is obviously what it would be if I'd just stitched around the Eiffel Tower. Okay. Step 1, done. Now, I want to put something on. I could put it down the side. Let's cut out Mon Ami. Mon Ami. Maybe it's something to do with shopping. I could cut out the little croissant there, couldn't I, as well? It's a funny pink. It's like a purpley pink. It's very weird. I've had this bit of fabric for so long, I don't even know where it came from. It's just that one square. My friend. I think that's it. That is what it means, isn't it? Mon ami, my friend. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. So we're going to pop that on. What have I got? I've got some cream. That'll do. Yeah, this is going to be quite a simple page after the big effort we had last week, because I don't want to do another big long video if it wasn't very successful. If you see what I mean. I don't want to bombard you. What am I doing? I'm going backwards on myself here. Honestly, sometimes I do wonder what I'm doing. And it's still really cold here in the UK. We're still, it's just February, but we are very still in the middle of winter, as you can tell by my really thick jumper, and I've got a fleece as well and a t-shirt. So yeah, I have layers, and my hands are still cold, but you know, that's what you get. I've got a little loop there. There it is. Let's just get rid of that. Sometimes when you get little loops, and I'm just going to try and straighten out my my thread. I think that's it. Let's see how we go. So I'm just doing little tiny stitches to put this on. Little straight one, and then going up at an angle to make the next stitch. And I don't know what it's called. It's just a stitch. I never know the names of stitches, as you will know. If you are one of my regular subscribers, you will know. I either don't know the name, so I make it up, or I just invent a new name. I don't mind. I'm not overly fussed. And have the embroidery police knocking on my door. Oi, what are you doing? Calling that stitch that? I don't know. Can't remember the real name. I quite like that with the white on the edge. Obviously, some of these are bigger than others. If you want to keep it completely neat, then you carry on. You carry on. Snowbell is here. I don't know if you can hear her. She's meowing. I think she wants more food, and I think that's a very good idea. I think it's time for me to go down and make a cup of tea. So she's usually about when it's time for a cup of tea. I don't know how she does it. It's like, Mummy, you need a break. And I need food. So, yep. she's a good reminder. Otherwise, I'd just sit here and stitch for hours, and then I wouldn't be able to move. My legs would be stuck. I'd be dehydrated. So yeah, she's very useful. She's a little timekeeper for me. I know. Are you going to come and say hello, or are you staying down there and just making a noise? Well, I don't think anybody knows what meow means. Sometimes she sounds really whiny. Yeah, Mummy, I want. That's an I want, that is, like a child. Like a 2-year-old. I want that. I want that. Oop, there we go. Okay. So there we are. Loving how it's coming on. So I'm going to have a little look at these and see what I can do. Now, I think Journey is quite good. But then I found these as well. But I'm like, I haven't had it before. I haven't had things like this. So I'm thinking we might add these. Maybe we could do those all the way down here. Because, you know, Paris, city of love and all that. Let's just cut some off. And I might put some of that on in a minute. Did you miss me? I went and fed the cat and I've had a coffee. And I found some eyelash trim, which I'm going to make some clouds with because I just feel like doing that. Some white ordinary sewing cotton. And I'm just going to make little fluffy clouds. There's probably way too much here. Now, we all know this goes everywhere. So we're just going to wrap it up a bit. And we're going to put it on because we can. And stitch it down. I was going to use my orts again, but they're all different colours. So this seemed another way to do it. And I have eyelash trim, so I thought, just use that. I'm a bit warmer now. I've had a nice hot cup of coffee. Snowbell's gone to have another nap because she's now had the dinner. And we're just going to stitch this down a minute. I might do a couple. Because, why not? Oops, let's move the bedroom out the way. You know what's going to happen, don't you? Yes, we all know what could happen. And put that down. Come on. Just want you down a little bit. You can stick up a bit. That'll do you. Because they're quite fluffy, because it's a lovely spring day. Over there. Not over here. I was going to wash my car and everything today. That's not going to happen. You do another little cloud. I think I need another one. I think one cloud is enough. What do you think? Do we need another one? Should we put another one at the top up there? Or should we put it here? Do you know what I was thinking about that? I was thinking about putting like a post. You know, like when somebody comes off the plane and and you've got like all the people with banners waiting for them. Yeah, well, it's just the way I think. We're going to just stitch this one down, and then I've got one more idea. that I want to share. That one's on pretty good. I quite like how fluffy that one is. Stitch that down. Yes, loops and everything, we don't mind. We just, it's going to be together. It's not going to come apart. So my other idea was, now this may be a bit random. Really, Carol? Really? Is I'm going to put a banner of this across. Bear with me, there is a method in my madness. Because what I want is to put candy on this page, like that. What do you think? I know. I have all the best ideas. You don't need to tell me, I know. I've got this cotton, so I'm going to use it. And we're going to do like a belly band. And this is coming apart as I'm lifting it up, so we're just going to pin that in the middle. And obviously I'm not going to stitch the middle. I'm just going to stitch on the two ends like this. And this one will probably be hidden in the end, but I think it's better to stitch it down separately so that it doesn't come undone. So I'm just going to do some straight stitches, and I'm going to do a couple of rows just to make sure that it's down. I don't want her falling out, because Sally's got her bedroom, and I thought, do you know, it'd be quite nice if Candy had somewhere to go as well, so she can be in here. There we go. We'll do the same on the other side. Right. Okay, let's do the other end. And we need to keep it quite tight because we don't want her falling. We don't want her falling out. I don't think she's gonna, but you never know. Now, this side we're gonna see. So we'll do teeny tiny ones up this side. Although we are going to be stitching it down anyway, so. Oh, the usual loops, look. Honestly, I don't know why I do this. I think, oh, I must double it. I don't know where I go wrong. But at the top, I'm just going to do a little double row. And this will be stitched down again when we stitch the page together with the other, with the previous page, so. Just going to do that. It would be doubly down, double down. Okay, right. I'll take the pin out because we don't need that anymore, but we will need it in a minute. So she's going to then slip into there, like that. Oh, it's just so much. It's like having a mini doll's house and playing with all the bits. But you're stitching them instead of building them. Right, you two, you sit over. Look at my two little friends. That's so cute. Okay, right. Now, I'm going to stitch this together. I could do some stitching on the background, but I want to show you how I'm going to stitch the pages together in case you haven't seen me do that before. So you've got these two pages which now make one page. You've got all the stitching in the middle. Okay. So all we're going to do is a blanket stitch around the outside. Now I'm going to put this on down here, and I've made it there because it says adventure together. And I think that is going to be super cute along there. So I'm going to try and do that first with you, because I've done blanket stitch with you a few times now. So I'm sure you know. If you haven't seen me do that, then there are a few videos in making these books where I do go through that. Okay, where's that pin? And we're just gonna go up that edge, just to make it look nice and neat. I know, look at me, neat and tidy, just there. And this will also stitch in, except it's blue, which probably isn't the best idea. Let's do cream. We're changing our minds, and I'm glad I've decided to change my mind when I haven't actually started stitching. So I think I've got some cream. I'm going to hide my knot underneath. And I may do up both sides of this. So I'll do one to start with. And I'm just going to straight stitch. Nothing complicated, guys. So I was going to do blue, but because I can see them on the other side, I didn't want blue on the other side, because there's no blue. And you can change your mind. I may do up and down, because it's a bit tricky doing that. Right, let's see if I can do. Yes, running stitch. So down and back up, just like that. Super fun little book. I do hope that you're enjoying yours. And I'm very excited about my next project already, but finish this one first. I do have a little challenge going over on my other channel, Recrafted by Carol, where we are finishing unfinished projects. So I am not allowed to start any new projects until I've finished all the ones that I have abandoned. So if you've got unfinished projects, feel free to join me. I do every Sunday afternoon. We get out our unfinished projects and we stitch along together. Well, I do journals, but you can stitch. I know some of my supporters, my lovely subscribers, subscribe to both of my channels, so they get journals and on here for stitching. I did used to have two. I did used to have, because originally I did all my videos on one channel, but people kept asking me, where all the stitching videos, and they were all over the place. So I thought I did put them all in a playlist, but that didn't work very well for some reason. So I thought, I'm going to start a new channel. And most of you know this already. So we started doing this, and I've got to say, it is brilliant that I can separate them out now. I love it. I know where I am. But if you've got unfinished projects, stitching projects, feel free to come and join me while I craft. I just chat away like I do here, while we get things finished. I'll cut that off. I've got journey now I can put somewhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do is when I come back round, I will go up that side again. But I'm just going to very quickly start off the blanket stitch. to go round. You can do this in a contrasting colour, you can do it in the same colour, keep it all really, really neat, or in my case, not. Keep them all the same length, in my case, not. I do try, sometimes I really try, and it doesn't work, so I just give up. But it doesn't matter. It stays together. That's the main thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go around there, and I'll be back to show you. That's all I'm going to do. This blanket stitch all the way round. And then I'm going to do another single row of running stitch up there. Okay, so I've finished going round. This has been stitched, and these 2 pages are now together. So the girls can get in their respective pages, and if you keep watching, there'll be some photos of their little visit in Paris coming up next. Sally's going back to bed. She's home and very tired after her adventure. So join me next time. 2 weeks. Remember, we're not doing a month, we're doing every 2 weeks, when I think Sally has asked for a garden. So I thought we'd make her a garden next time. I'll see you soon, guys. Enjoy the photos. Bye for now.